Yo, whether you watching from Facebook, Twitter, the link in my Instagram, YouTube, or moviepilot.com, what up, world? Man, it's the end. Like, we have made it. Even though, like, a minimal number of y'all motherfuckers even watch my channel, man, we have made it to the end of 2015. And you see the title of the video, you know what it is, my favorite movies of the year, and as always, I include 3 honorable mentions. It's basically going to be going 13 to 1. So let's just get the countdown started. Honorable mention number 1 is The Walk. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Robert Zemeckis, I was already in. Based on a true story, made it even more interesting. And then the dude's still alive, so you know he made it. This dude, this French entertainer, he wants to walk, he wants to high wire across the World Trade Center. It was so nerve-wracking to watch this movie and to see how he got everything set up, to see how he pulled it off, and then how he basically was like taunting the cops when like he had nowhere to go, so he just started talking a little shit. Great story, well acted, man. I absolutely love this movie. Honorable mention number 2, and arguably the biggest surprise of the year, is The Gift. Directed by Joel Edgerton, starring Joel Edgerton along with Jason Bateman, along with Rebecca Hall. And yo, this movie was creepy. It came out in early August. Man, it was so dope. Joel Edgerton plays a dude from Jason Bateman's past. He comes on real strong. He tries to like befriend Rebecca Hall and get her on his side, but Jason Bateman like sees his true colors and kind of has a feeling of what's going on. And then just the more layers of the onion that get peeled back, man, the crazier and creepier it gets, until one of the craziest endings all year. If you haven't seen this, man, it's highly recommended. Honorable mention number 3 is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Originally, this movie was supposed to come out like 2 weeks ago, but it came out in July to avoid Star Wars. Great decision. 5 movies in, and it seems like they just keep getting better. Tom Cruise and his team of Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, and Jeremy Renner. And then you add in Rebecca Ferguson, who was like the breakout star of the year, it seems like. And it's a great action movie, man. Alec Baldwin takes over the Jon Voight, Anthony Hopkins, Lawrence Fishburne, Tom Wilkinson role of like IMF leader or whatever. I would say the second best villain of the series, in one of the best movies. And I mean, if you're a Mission Impossible fan, like, it's a no-brainer. Like, why haven't you seen this? Alright, official list time. At number 10, I know it's a lot higher on a lot more like artsy critics or official critics or whatever, man. I do a video and I'm just talking to y'all about what I thought about the shit. But my number 10, in my opinion, my number 10 is The Martian. I love this movie, man. It's Castaway on Mars, directed by the director of Alien, and Matt Damon is the castaway. There's a scientific exploration that goes wrong. Matt Damon gets stranded, and then Jessica Chastain and her team have to figure out a way to get him back, along with like Jeff Daniels and the suits that are back in NASA. This movie was hilarious. It was dramatic. The effects looked dope. It looked like Matt Damon was really on Mars. Like, it's more of a recent movie, so I don't want to give away too much. I mean, it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray in a couple weeks. So just fucking VOD, digital, buy that shit. I might be one of the only movie reviewers on YouTube that has this in their favorite movies of the year. But my number 9 is Avengers Age of Ultron. A lot of people were disappointed by this movie, I guess. I was not. Like, it starts off, it's like the first scene, it's an action scene. Like, what more do you want? It's everything we had from 2012, with the stakes just a little higher. Because in the first movie, shout out to my boy Merritt, they were destroying a city. They destroy a whole country. Like, a whole country is on the line in Age of Ultron. And they lifted this piece of land above everything else. Iron Man was funny. The way that they created Vision was so dope. Ultron was a badass villain, and he served his purpose. and it's gonna ride right into Captain America: Civil War. I loved the introduction of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Good effects, good action. I loved the story. It was funny, as most Joss Whedon movies are. People ignore the fact that Thor owned this movie. Thor was one of the best characters in it. Bring on the comments, man. Knock me if you will. At number 8, I got AntMan. Keeping it Marvel, just boom boom right there, 9 and 8. It's kind of the opposite of Age of Ultron. How Age of Ultron was long. AntMan is the shortest Marvel movie. The stakes in Ultron were a piece of land. I've said this in like 5 different videos this year. AntMan took place inside of a bedroom. The effects, the comedy, it just all worked, man, and it just progresses the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the way it should be going. Yeah, at number 7, I got Kingsman: The Secret Service. Maybe the biggest surprise of the year. I said that shit about The Gift, but you could say Kingsman, man. Directed by Matthew Vaughn, Taron Egerton coming on the scene, another breakout star like Rebecca Ferguson. A spy movie that was hilarious with dope effects. It didn't hold back on anything. Sophia Boutella was dope, as she had the amputee legs, and story, direction, acting, like it just all worked, man. I can't wait for the sequel. I hope Matthew Vaughn directs it, and I hope everybody comes back that survived. Mark Strong, and I can't remember the chick that was in training with Taron Egerton. This was a breath of fresh air real early in the year that I hope everybody got a chance to see. At number 6, and this is probably where I'm gonna catch a lot of trolls. At number 6 is Mad Max Fury Road for me. You know what I'm saying? This video is my opinion. I would love to hear what everybody else thinks. But what's not to love about a 2-hour car chase with practical effects, man? This movie looked great. This is probably the best looking movie all year. And then when it changes from day to night, like you could really like tell, and the difference in how the movie looked was dope. Charlize Theron was like this close for me for stealing the movie from Tom Hardy for me. I think he was dope as Max. He was like short on dialogue, the way Max should be, and then he had to carry that shit over from Mel Gibson, man. Like three movie series got reinvigorated this year. Mad Max, Rocky, and Star Wars all got brought up, you know what I'm saying, for a new generation this year. And Terminator tried, failed, but these 3 did it right. My number 5 is Sicario. Just a dirty, realistic, grimy movie, man, about the cops and Mexican cartels, drugs, and then there's a couple reveals. And Emily Blunt stays killing whatever role she takes. I'm not gonna comment on The Huntsman because I don't want to see that movie. You think she's in over her head, but she's a badass. And man, Denis Villeneuve, man, every time I see one of his movies, I can't wait to see what he does next. At number 4, I got Inside Out. Far and away the best animated movie of the year. When I saw this when I heard about this movie, man, it was like, how can Pixar make a movie about the inside of a little girl's mind, man? And it worked, man. It was so good. I mean, man, Pixar makes me tear up, man. Like, there's only like 2 Pixar movies that haven't made me tear up over the past month and a half. And I think those are like the Cars movies and maybe Brave or the Monsters University. I don't know. Every emotion served its purpose. And this is by far the most mature movie Pixar has ever done. There's no other character in any other Pixar movie is gonna steal their mom's credit card and try to like go back to where they came from or whatever. It worked, man. This movie is so smart. Like, I hate talking about movies that just came out because there might be some that haven't seen them, but you got to know the possibilities when you clicking on a video, man. Just the concept with the light bulbs and the train of thought and like headquarters, like it's all so genius. I love Inside Out so much. At number 3, I got Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I love this movie start to finish. It it had so much callbacks to the originals. You know, it took plot points, but I'm talking about other callbacks without like forcing it down your throat. Just it set up all these new characters for a new generation of Star Wars. It just all fit in perfectly. The old with the new just all went together like everybody hoped it would. I can't wait to see where Kylo Ren's character goes. I have my predictions about Rey, and I want to see more of Finn and more of Poe Dameron. In my review for this, I talked about everything I loved and what worked, and I didn't really critique. But in my fourth quarter video, which is posted, check it out. I went a little more in depth, man. But if you haven't seen, like, it's already made so much money. I think even unborn kids have already seen Star Wars. If you haven't, man, find a way to go watch this. And my number two, man, my second favorite movie of the entire year is Creed. This movie was so good. Like I said in Mad Max, it brought back Rocky for a new generation, and I hope they get like just real ridiculous with the sequels, just like Creed 7. But as long as they still hold up, I don't want to see no Rocky 5 ass Creed movies. Michael B. Jordan's acting gets so much better. Every new movie I see him in, he's better. Tessa Thompson, man, Stallone better get some kind of nomination. Ryan Coogler better get a nomination. Just that's how good this movie is, man. If you're even non-boxing fans can love this movie. The story and the references and where you can see it going, like it all goes together so perfect. My number one, man, my favorite movie of the year. Anybody that knows me should know by now, man. Straight Outta Compton is my favorite movie all year. I'm a hip hop head, so I'm a little biased, but that's just where this movie is, man. Like, Ice Cube's son, who's never acted a day in his life, nailed the role of his dad. And the other dudes, man, the dude that played Easy, the dude that played Dre, the dude that played Yella, the dude that played Ren, man, they all killed it. And I would say it's probably like 85 to 90% historically accurate. There are some things they brush over, but who cares? If you're still entertained, and the way that they put some of these classic songs together, man, I was just in amazement. I don't feel like the dudes that have I don't feel like the popular YouTube reviewers, I don't feel like they're really that into hip hop, man. So I don't know if they appreciate it the way that I do. So, man, that's my list. Got your honorable mentions, got your top 10, man. What were y'all favorite movies of the year? There's some stuff I couldn't see, like The Big Short. I really wanted to see. I'm going to count The Revenant and Hateful Eight as 2016 movies because they get their nationwide release January 1st, January 8th, whatever. And then my theater still might not get them. I didn't get to see Steve Jobs. There were a lot of movies I didn't get to see that I wanted to. So, check out my past videos. I've done so many videos lately, I can't even list them all. I got my entire Blu-ray collection still to do. My most anticipated of 16 still to do. So, like, subscribe, comment, find your boy where you find your boy. Peace.